back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be talking about my BBL. Ooh. I asked like a week or two ago about questions that you guys had on Instagram, and I have it all here. Why I wanted a BBL. I wanted a BBL because I was insecure about my body. I have a condition called PCOS, so it's really hard for me to lose weight, and I had such stubborn fat. I was working out 6 days a week for like 2 hours a day, and I still wasn't seeing results that I wanted. I did lose 30 pounds, but I just hit a plateau and I just wasn't happy. Like, I didn't even own a bathing suit. I didn't go to the beach since 2017, and I went in June, like a month before my BBL. I had my BBL July 16th. I went to the beach and I literally wore a huge black shirt in the water, and I was dying, but I was not gonna take that off. And it was just, I don't know, I was just really sad. Like, I'm just turned 22 on October 20th, and I just want to be happy, you know, like my prime years, you know? Anyway, that's why I wanted a BBL. I did it for myself. If I listened to everyone else, then I would have never gotten it, because everyone was like, oh, you don't need it, but I wanted it, so I got it. If you want it to, you freaking do that. Don't listen to anyone. Anyway, where I went to for beauty aesthetics in Miami. My doctor was Dr. Gerth, and I found him through a girl on TikTok, actually. I liked her results. So natural, so beautiful. I did more research on him. He was board certified, no deaths, and obviously did research. You have to do your research. It's such a dangerous surgery, so I was terrified, but you know, I was like, might as well do it. How bad was the pain? The pain was awful. I watched so many videos. I watched videos religiously, day and night, 24/7. If I wasn't sleeping or working, I was watching videos about BBLs. I would watch the videos and everyone's pain tolerance. They would just be like, third day out of the surgery, they're like, hey, like, I don't feel anything painful, just soreness. Everyone just said they felt sore. So I was like, you know, whatever, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. No, that's not what happened. What happened was, I thought I was gonna freaking die. I cried 24/7. I literally couldn't even sleep correctly, and I'll show you a picture right now how I was sleeping. Because when I tried laying down flat on the bed, I felt like my ribs were gonna freaking break. I was just so bad. I was in so much pain. The pain didn't go away for 2 weeks, I would say. I mean, the pain was there for a very long time, but the worst pain ever. It felt like my body, my insides were on fire. My butt didn't have any pain whatsoever. It was just where they did lipo, and it was lipo 360. So I had lipo from here all the way down. So that was not fun. I was literally questioning my existence. I was mad at myself every single day. I was like, why did I get the surgery? It's not worth it, especially with how swollen I was. And I'll show you a picture here if I can find one, because I was not worried about taking freaking pictures or videos because I was in so much freaking pain. I thanked God for waking up in the first place. And the second thing that I was like thinking was, I'm not even in a faja out of surgery up to what they require, like what they suggest or prefer is like a year for the maximum, like your maximized results. I wasn't even in a faja for the first 24 hours, and I was actually sleeping on my butt. Like, I was sitting up sleeping right after my BBL surgery. I was that swollen that they couldn't even put me in a faja, and I'll show you a picture of that. I was so bruised and so swollen. And even now I still get swollen. Like, I'm constantly 24/7 compressing, because if I'm out of my waist trainer that I'm using now, and I'll get into that in a few minutes, or my faja, I will swell up within 5 minutes. How much was my surgery? My surgery was around $10,000. The surgery alone itself was $5,995. Get the surgery, please save up a cushion of money, because you're gonna need a lot of extra things that go into this. It's not just the surgery, and you have to get your massages, because then, like, there's absolutely no point of getting your surgery if you're not gonna get your massages. Like, I'm gonna be talking about the massages. The tube that I got my massages, it was not that bad at all. To be honest, I took the pain medicine that they gave me, so I was feeling pretty good. It did hurt a little bit, but after the pain what I was going through already, I felt nothing. That was light work. And everyone, when I was doing research, everyone said that the massages were the worst part. No, not for me. It was a breeze compared to sleeping, breathing, living. Like, everything just sucked so bad. Everything else hurt so freaking bad that the massages were a piece of cake. But the thing is about how swollen I was. The lady that did my massages literally had to poke a hole, open up my incision in my butt crack. Sorry, too much information, but she poked a hole and squeezed my back, and there's blood everywhere, fluid everywhere. When I came back home, because you have to stay in Miami for 10 days, when I went back home, I got my massages, and they were like the best feeling in the world. I stopped taking my pain medicine 4 days of the first week, and it was just so nice. Like, I don't know, the massages were so good for me. I just different for everybody. Everyone's body is different. When I sat down, I was sitting on my BBL pillow second week out, not gonna lie. I started kind of sitting down 5.5 weeks out. I just sat for like 10 seconds to see how it would feel, and then I got up. I didn't sit down for back to normally and within like 7 to 8 weeks because it hurts, and I was scared to like mess anything up. It actually hurts. It feels really sore. Like, it feels like you went to the gym for like 10 hours straight, did 1,100 squats. And was it worth it? Yes, it was worth it. The first 6 weeks, I was questioning my existence. I was so angry with myself. I spent so much money, so I was like, was this the smartest decision? No. I was not happy. I was upset. I was analyzing every single little thing about myself. I would take pictures, send it to my doctor. I would DM him all the time, so he would answer right away, which I loved. I probably annoyed him so bad. I'm surprised he like didn't block me or something, but I definitely was really hard on myself, but it was worth it. Now that I see my results, now that my swelling's going down little by little, because I'm still swelling, it's just, I'm so happy. I've never thought I would be able to feel this way about myself. I still have things that I want to work on, but that's nothing that the gym won't be able to do for me now that I'm out where I am. It gave me such a good head start to where I want to be. Do I regret anything? The only thing I regret was maybe not telling him that I did not want my hips to be as big as they are. I'm not a hip person. I just wanted to take the fat out on one of the areas and put it in the areas that were lacking in my butt. But the only way to achieve the hourglass that I wanted, he had to put fat into my hips, because I have like this much space between my hip bone and the end of my waist, like my ribs. And so he had to do what he gotta do, you know? He knows more than I do with that anatomy stuff, so I had to listen to him. My tubes is what I want to get into now, because no one freaking talked about them. And a picture of how the tubes looked, and you can get an idea of where they were in my body. I hated them. They were the worst thing in the whole world. That was where the fluid came out of my body. So when I got massages, which you have to freaking do, please do, the fluid would drain out of the massages into the little tubes. And I kept that in for a week. The last day, they measure how much fluid you have, and if it's less than 25 cc's, then you get to, within 24 hour span, then you get to take those off. So the day that she was taking them off, they were stitched in you, so she took the stitches off. That didn't hurt. And I asked her, before she pulled them out of me, she yanked them out of my body. I asked her, which I shouldn't have asked her, I asked her how long they were in my body, and she said they were this long. They were from here all the way to here, and with the picture that I showed you, that's how long they were already hanging out of my body. So they were freaking long, and I had so much anxiety. I don't know why I do that to myself, but she yanked them out, and it burned. It burned so bad, and that's pretty much it. It was really fast. It was really, really fast. It was like, it felt like a second literally had passed by, and they were out of my body. The second time she did it for the second tube, it didn't hurt as much. I didn't know what I was expecting, so I think that's why. But it burned, but it was worth it. Like, take them out, it was so bad. Things I wish I knew. Oh my gosh. Here are some tips. Not really tips, but like things to keep in mind that I feel like no one talked about. Maybe it was only me that it happened to. Maybe that's why, but things I wish I knew were the first one, because I'm a back sleeper, religious back sleeper and side sleeper. I hated sleeping on my stomach and I never did it. I thought people that slept on their stomach, that should be legal. Anyway, so I wish someone told me to start sleeping on my stomach prior to surgery. If I were you and you're gonna get the surgery, sleep on your stomach now. Get used to that, because my neck was killing me. My back was killing me. Everything hurt. Like, that's the last thing I needed. Like, try not to use the medicine that they give you. I'm TMI right now. I only used the medicine for 4 days because I was so constipated that when I went to the bathroom or tried to go to the bathroom, I would yell at the top of my lungs and cry. I'm surprised that the people at the hotel did not go to my room and ask if I was getting murdered, because that's what it sounded like. Not being able to sit down, being constipated, and being in pain was like the worst combo ever. So just, if you can use Tylenol, please try to do that, because honestly, being constipated was the icing on the cake. I wanted to off myself. This is like a lot of TMI. This is a lot of TMI right now, but diaper rashes. Maybe it only happened to me. Maybe that's why no one talked about it, but I had a freaking diaper rash for a very freaking long time, and that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. I wore a diaper for at least 3 weeks, not gonna lie, because the faja that I used had an opening to where I could, use the bathroom. And I didn't wear underwear because to be honest, I didn't know when I could start wearing underwear, but I didn't wear underwear for a very long time. A very long time. So the diaper rashes were pretty bad. And these are just little tedious things that I guess aren't really that important, but they're just the little things that add up to the comfort that that you're not going to be feeling, because it's really extremely uncomfortable not even being able to sit on your butt. And I used my arms a lot and I had rug burns. Get knee pads. Get knee pads. Just do it. Why wouldn't you do it? I wish I did it. Rug burns on my elbows, my knees, the diaper rash, my neck hurting. Like, those are just little things that added on to the list of the pain already. I was already feeling from the surgery. So if you could just do those little things and help yourself, like, why wouldn't you do them, I do have 2 incisions right here, 2 right here. This is where the tubes came from. So fun. I have 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and 1 right there. Oh, and I have 1 right here where the lady poked a hole and drained the fluid out, That was fun. They are still prominent. I had never used creams, actually. I'm just letting nature take its course. I don't really mind scars, as weird as that sounds. Now I'll show you before and after. This is before my BBL, and I'll show you a picture, and then this is after. Hope you guys liked this video. Hope it was like a little informative. Don't bully me for my before pictures, because don't do it. Thank you.